Ronell Nolan, President CEO, Health Agents for America, coming to you live this Monday. Some very important information to share with you this week. And of course, I hope you had a wonderful and productive week last week and a wonderful and relaxing weekend. The first topic of discussion is the Agent Summit that is going to be held in Washington, D.C. at the Willard, the historic Willard, on August 7th, 8th, and 9th. The 7th being part of the VIP package if you would like to do Hill visits or a tour of the Capitol. The conference actually starts on the 8th and will end at lunch on the 9th. It's going to be one of the best. I say that every year, but this lineup of speakers is just going to blow you away. If you register by 7/1, you're going to save $100. So very important that you go ahead and register. The room block ends July 15th. And you need to go ahead and book your room ASAP. I've already had to add to our room block already. But you want to make sure that you get your room at these very kinfolk deal rates. I think I've told you in the past, it's not a place I normally get to stay when I visit Washington, D.C., because I always try to get the most reasonable hotel, and this is first class, top star, 5-star hotel. That's not some place I normally stay that I know you're going to enjoy. Now, what is your action item? I've told you, register, book your room. 2 other very important things that I need. One of the speakers will be Dean Mose, that is our liaison to CMS. In addition, we will have a CMS panel of experts from compliance agent and broker relations. There's going to be front office attorney. You are going to be very pleased with the lineup of speakers that are going to come and speak to you. Now, what do I want you to do? What is your action item? I'd like you to submit questions to me directly that you would like to ask CMS. Now, there will be a brief opportunity to ask questions at the end, but to make sure we get all our questions answered, we're going to try to get those in advance. So if you can email me directly something that you would like to ask CMS about, whatever. I know that you guys are much smarter than I am, and you have questions that I may not even think about. We're very blessed that Lauren Jenkins from Oklahoma will be taking on the task of running this panel. So she'd like to get those questions in advance also. So email me those ASAP. As you know, on Wednesday, we were all traveling to Baltimore to meet with CMS. That's not going to happen, but they are going to have the virtual meeting. So make sure to log in to participate in this very important virtual CMS meet and greet. But if you're just, so excited about meeting the folks at CMS like I am, you want to go to the Agent Summit, you want to attend, you want to meet these folks because they're very important to our operation. The other action item for you is we're going to have a panel of Capitol Hill staffers that are expert on healthcare and Medicare and Medicaid. So if you have some questions you'd like to pose to that group, I'm going to ask that you email me directly on those 2. Very exciting. So those are your first couple of action items. I have so many action items in this Monday morning update. On July 18th, this is something that we have needed for quite a while, but we are going to have an ACA fraud protecting your practice webinar hosted by James Napoli, Esquire, attorney at law of Dicerus Law, July 18th at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. Registration is required. So if there's questions you would like to pose in advance, I'd ask you to send those in advance so we can make sure that James covers those. But he's going to do a deep dive, and I'm going to be participating to let you know how, when, what, and how do we combat fraud. I'm very, very excited about this Education Thursday, July 18th. July 25th, We're going to have a Medicare 101 by Dr. Pringle. Another Education Thursday, July 25th, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, and registration is required. You'll find both of those links in this Monday morning news. Also, I've been putting them on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Make sure that you participate, you share with your friends. These are free webinars open to everyone. We're not only reserving them for HAFA members. The next action item, I think it might be the last action item for the day, but the next action item, if you are in Mississippi, close to Mississippi, want to learn about the state exchange in Mississippi, July 8th, we'll be hosting, along with Centene and Magnolia Health, a meet and greet with the Commissioner of Insurance, Commissioner Cheney, to talk about the state exchange. July 8th in the afternoon, RSVP is required. We will have a limited amount of attendees, so you want to make sure that you reserve your spot as soon as possible. I will be traveling, so I will be there. I'll be excited to see everyone. And again, this is not just for HAFA members. This is for anyone that would like to attend. You just need to register and give me your information. So please share that with your colleagues. And then lastly, fraud and abuse has been something I've been working on for quite a while. And so much bad information has been coming out of Texas. There's a lot of agents in Texas, a lot of fraud in Texas. And I have been trying to get someone to pay attention to me in Texas. And because I'm working with Louisiana fraud, it's not about who you are, it's about who you know. And Louisiana fraud finally connected me with someone in Texas. And we had an intense conversation where we both looked at the HAFA website. He looked at the fraud and abuse tab. He gave us some suggestions. He likes what we're doing. He was sending me up the chain to set up a date that I can go fly over and meet with Texas fraud. They understand that HAFA is working to combat fraud, that we want to make sure that good agents stand strong and stand tall, and that we survive, and that we take down these folks that are hurting consumers. It's not about agents and brokers, $10 commission, where that does add up, and James is going to address that on the fact that we are losing commissions and someone needs to pay. But register for that webinar on the side. But very excited about the conversation I have with Texas. Very excited. So look for me to give you more information about Texas fraud. Louisiana's fraud has gotten some of those repeat offenders that we are signing affidavits, that we're recording consumers, that we're building our case, that we're trying to get Louisiana to pull the unlicensed non-resident license for those couple of really bad eggs, that maybe we can start that ball rolling and get Florida to pull their residence license. So we're on it, we're busy, we're at the table. We want to see you in DC. We're going to have our ribbon cutting for our DC office. I think you're going to be blown away. HAFA is where we should be every minute of the day. We're fighting for you. We care about you. And I am, again, proud and honored to represent the HAFA Ninja Warriors, the people that fight the hardest. Tell your colleagues, join HAFA for $23 a month. You can afford it. Faith says it's less than a dog bone. And we need more people in our army. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful week.